after, I went back to the Hebrew, what you would call dictionary, lexicon. And so I needed the Lord to give me some kind of... And I thought about a tree. And this tree of life has to do with wood or trees or that kind of thing. So there's something in there. And I believe it's talking about, it's a tree of life. It's a tree of fruit. Now follow this. When the spring comes, if we have fruit trees in our yard, we get leaves. We're glad to get them. Means the tree's alive. But at the same time, when that tree starts showing leaves, it brings to us an expectation. I see leaves and pretty soon blossoms, and I'm saying, hey, fruit is right down the road. Now, we wait all summer, until season. Maybe if you have peaches, they're a little earlier, and apples are a little later, whatever it is. But we have to wait. And we go out every day and look at the tree, and it's coming. And then one day, it's a tree of life. The expectation is fulfilled, and we're delighted. Our desire has been met. The early part of that verse is a difficult part to live through. The hope deferred. But when that desire cometh, that tree of life, that's the blessing. And we all have those times. Look at 13:19. We dealt with this verse. The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is abomination to fools to depart from evil. Now, we dealt with that abomination to the fools when we dealt with this verse before. The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul. That refers to something we're trying to accomplish, and we finally get it done. Some of you have been around me a little while, and my wife will attest to this. When I start something, I want to finish it now. I've never been one of these people to do a little and lay it aside and do a little and lay it aside. When I was growing up, we used to have model cars to build. Some of you old timers remember the Revel model cars. And I remember I had a 57 Chevy, I had a 59 or 60 Cadillac, different cars. I loved to build them. And it was fun. You got it, you had to put the engine together a little bit, and then you put the wheels on, and then, But I had friends who would buy one of those kits and work on it for months. They would paint the seats and the dashboard and the outside, and then I'd buy the stupid thing, bring it home, and within 2 hours I had it assembled. Because I couldn't wait to see it all put together. Go back to our verse, 19. And it says, the desire accomplished is sweet to the soul. That speaks there about pleasure. When you talk about something sweet, don't you talk about something that brings pleasure? Again, when I was a kid, my mother used to give us, every once in a while, castor oil. How many of you know what I'm talking about? That was not sweet. It was awful. And so when she said, y'all come over here, I got to get you some castor oil. Ooh. We were running the other direction. But if Mom called and said, come on in, I got some Kool-Aid, or come on in, I got this or that was sweet, we'd be there in a heartbeat. Sweet to the soul, satisfying. So the desire accomplished is sweet. And let me just say this. I think this is something that's missing in our society today. I don't think we're teaching our young people the value of work and accomplishment. The way I am constructed, I get a lot of satisfaction out of accomplishment. When I can look at a job I've done, I've finished, it's the way I wanted it, it's sweet. On the other side of that, and I said I think this is missing, when you don't do that, you don't get that satisfaction and that sweetness of a job well done and finished. It's a shame. There was a time, not so long ago, in our country where people took pride in their work. Whatever it was. I'm dealing a lot with me growing up today. I don't know why. But I had 4 older brothers. We all had chores. Some of the chores we all had together. For instance, after dinner every evening, we had supper together every evening. And my mother never did a dish after supper. My dad said he had 5 dishwashers. We were responsible after supper to clean everything up, put everything away, do the dishes, sweep the floor, and take the trash out. My job was to help clear the table and take the trash out. So for many years of my upbringing, I was the trash man. It got to the place I looked at that as a little negative, being the trash man. But I remember my mother saying this, you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up. You can even be the trash man, but be the best trash man. I think we're missing a lot of that today. Take pride in what you do. Do a good job. Be a good employee. There will be satisfaction